Happy Thursday. We'll start in child's pose or puppy pose. So we'll be on the knees. Bring those knees wide. And then forehead to the floor. So puppy pose is hips lifted. And then maybe down to the forearms. Maybe we take the head to the floor. Child's pose is reaching those hips more back towards the heels. And then taking the head to the floor there. So either one of those, depending how your knees feel in this position. And you can always cushion those knees as well. Roll the mat up, double up the mat a little bit, or bring a blanket under the knees. That's always nice. But we'll just settle in here, lengthening the spine. The forehead resting on the floor, maybe the back of the hands. And then rock the head a little side to side here as we settle in. Start to pay attention to the breath. You can inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. And just doing a few breaths like that. Ooh, Maria's in the house. Janelle's in the house. Hello, Dawn, Elena, Amy, Slavka, Ellen, Lorraine, Mary, Cam, Katie, Medora. On this Thursday, welcome to yoga. So we'll take a few more breaths here in our child's pose or puppy pose with those hips lifted. An important component of Vinyasa is our breath. So really connect with the breath here, if possible, in through the nose and out of the mouth. And working with that, couple more rounds. And then from this child's pose, we're going to start to walk our hands, or puppy. We're going to walk our hands over to the right, get a little side stretch. So hands over to the right. You might even take this left hand, place it on top of the right, and we're stretching our left side here. So think about reaching the left sit bone towards the left heel, lengthening left side. Let the head rest on the arm. One more full breath. And then we'll inhale those hands back to center and over to the other side. So over to the left. I think that's what I said before. So right hand can place on top of left, or maybe reach those hands out a little further as we take that right sit bone towards right heel, lengthening other side. A couple big breaths. And this can give you a good idea how you're feeling along the side of the body, around the shoulder. Maybe you are noticing some soreness or tightness. All right, come back to center with those hands and we'll lift up into a tabletop position. Let's move the spine, cat-cow. So on an inhale, we'll lift that heart, sit bones. As you exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Now, as you do this, we're moving through flexion and extension. As you do this, take the hips a little bit into it, maybe getting that side stretch as you round the back, or just kind of move around a little bit more. Maybe even take the head and kind of side to side, or like you're wagging your tail side to side as you flexion, extension, front, back, or any movement that feels natural or calling you here. And again, maybe noticing any soreness or tightness along the back or the front, around the hips. Yes, perfect. One more round here, and then we'll make our way into a down dog. So first, finding a neutral spine, flat back. We'll walk the hands forward, tuck the toes, come up and back, down dog. So really make sure our fingers are spread wide and pressing into that pointer finger and thumb, and then really spreading the fingers from there. So that grounding in the pointer finger and thumb, and then reaching those sit bones up and back. Lengthening through the spine as best you can. That might mean we bend the knees slightly here. And the last thing we think about in down dog is reaching those heels down. So that is not as necessary as extending the spine, making sure our arms are strong, extended, and our shoulders are away from the ears. Let's take one more full breath here in the down dog. The gaze can come to the belly button or just back to the back of the mat, lengthening the neck. From this down dog, we'll lift the right leg up. So you may bring your feet in a little bit together. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, we're gonna step it through, come into a low lunge. So back knee comes down, and then let's lift on up. Arms can come up here, maybe cactus arms. We're just gonna take a couple breaths in this lunge. Yes, sink the hips forward a bit, and then open up belly, heart space, maybe lift the gaze. Inhale. Exhale, take those hands down, step back into our down dog once again. And we'll take it into the other side. So left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step that foot forward in between the hands, back knee lowers, come on up. You could have your hands on the thigh here or reach up or cactus arms, yes. Open up the heart, lift the gaze. Welcome Allison, Rena, Stephanie. Yes, I think I got everybody. One more breath here. Inhale, open chest, open belly. Exhale, take those hands down, step back into our down dog. And then next inhale, we'll walk our hands back towards the feet. So we're coming to the back of the mat, walking those hands back towards the feet. Feel free to bring the feet wide, bend the knees, ragdoll. Let the head, neck, shoulders go. Maybe sway side to side, front to back here. Shake out head, yes, no. And then we'll begin to come up to standing, rolling up the spine. So bend the knees as much as you need. Let the head and neck be the last to come up as you roll up to standing. Ooh, I'm far away. Once you're standing, roll those shoulders up and back. Welcome, Linda. All right, and then feel free to bring the feet a little together. We'll bring our palms together to touch. Maybe close the eyes here and just setting an intention for our practice. What are we looking for in our practice today? Maybe a little bit more mobility, flexibility, maybe some strength, maybe just wanting to become a little bit more present this morning or today. So what is our purpose, our why? What is our reason for being on the mat? That could help us too, setting that intention. All right, we'll open our eyes, lift those arms up as you inhale. So we're at the back of the mat. Exhale, we're gonna swan dive, forward fold, walk those hands forward, come into a plank and hold. Find that plank position. Feel free to lower the knees here. Core super strong. And we're gonna slowly lower to our belly. So let's get into our triceps a little bit here as we do. So lift that heart or reach that heart forward. Keep the elbows hugging in. We're gonna lower down slow for 5. Heart reaching forward, belly in. 4, 3, 2, and 1 to the belly. Tops of the feet release. Let's inhale, cobra, chest lifts. As much as you like, maybe pressing into the hands a bit more, shoulders down, and then lower that chest, press up and back, down dog. Feel free to lower to a child's pose, but we'll take a couple breaths here. And anytime, any movement we want to bring in, maybe pedaling out the feet, taking the hips side to side. And then on your next inhale, we'll walk those feet into center, right leg lifts. Exhale, step that foot forward in between the hands. This time we're coming up into a high lunge. So stay on the ball of the back foot, but always that option to release back knee down here. Yes. Lift the gaze, reach up, look up. Inhale here. Yes. Exhale, take those hands down. Step back into our down dog. Feel free to move through a chaturanga again, but we'll take it into the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step that foot forward in between the hands. Come on up into our high lunge. Arms come up as well. Maybe lift the gaze. Here for a couple breaths. Find your balance. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, plant those hands down. Step back into our down dog. Feel free to take it forward into plank, chaturanga through if you'd like. From your down dog, next inhale, we're walking our hands back towards the feet to our forward fold. Let's halfway lift there. Hands can come to the shins. Exhale, fold. Rise up to standing, roll up, or reverse swan dive. Flat back, arms out and up. And we'll release those hands in front of the heart. All right, let's do it again. We're going to move with the breath a little bit more. One breath, one movement. Here we go. Take those arms up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come forward into that plank. Exhale, we're going to lower to the belly, or feel free to hover there, elbows in. Cobra as you inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, up and back, down dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward in between the hands. Come on up into our crescent lunge. Inhale, just for one breath, we come up. And then next breath, we come down. Hands come down. Step back into that down dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. I know this moves a little quicker. Exhale, step the foot forward. Come on up, crescent lunge on the other side. Inhale. Reach up, look up. Exhale, take those hands down. Step back, down dog, or feel free to move through a vinyasa there. Chaturanga, up dog. We're going to take a couple breaths here. So we're kind of jazzing up the sun salutation, A and B, kind of mixing them up and jazzing them up. So it's good to switch things up sometimes, keeping us present. All right, next inhale from your down dog. Walk those hands in or back towards the feet. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise up to standing, whether we roll up or flat back. And then we'll release those hands in front of the heart. All right, let's move on. We're going to sink into chair, Uttanasana. So weight in the heels. We have our imaginary chair behind us. Weight in the heels. Arms can be extended or cactus arms. We're going to take this into a twist. So sit back into those heels, maybe even lift the toes a little bit. Inhale here. We're just opening our arms to the right. So right arm back, left arm forward, twist right. Maybe bring the gaze back with that back hand. Still sinking into those legs. And then inhale, come back to center. And we'll open it up to the left. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, twist left. Weight into the heels. Come back to center. Inhale. One more time on each side. Open up to the right. Exhale. We do this one a lot on the paddleboard. Getting ready for our summer. Here we go. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, left arm opens. Open up those arms. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let's straighten those legs. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, we're at the back of the mat. Still walk those hands forward into your plank. Inhale there. Exhale, chaturanga, lower to the belly or hover, elbows hugging in. Up dog or cobra, chest lifts. Down dog, press back. From here, right leg lifts, inhale. We're gonna take it back into that lunge, high lunge. Right foot steps forward, come on up. Take a moment here. Opening up into warrior two. So as you're ready, back foot flat, arms open up wide. We sink into this front knee, extend, reaching forward and back, yes. Gorgeous. And then next inhale, straighten this front leg. We're gonna turn the body and come into goddess. So toes out, heels in, or plie. Arms can be here, or maybe extending, reaching. Yes, sink into those legs. You should feel inner thighs here, inner knees. Let's move with the breath. So as you inhale, we're gonna straighten those arms, straighten the legs, and then exhale, sink it low. Couple more rounds like that. Inhale, straighten, reach. Nice. Exhale, sink it low. Inhale, maybe lift the gaze as we reach. Exhale, sink it low. Inhale, straighten. This time we turn all 10 toes to face forward, and we're gonna come into a fold. So feel free to take the feet a little wider. We'll take our hands down here, maybe to blocks, maybe staying under the shoulders, or we might be able to walk our hands back, bringing the palms in line with the heels, reaching the crown of the head down, letting the spine hang a bit more. Few breaths here. Legs are strong, engage those quads. You might notice the hamstrings maybe release or open up a bit more with that engagement of the front of the legs. Strong in the feet. One more breath here. And then we'll walk our hands forward underneath the shoulders. If they're not there, find a flat back. And then hands to the hips as we rise up. Inhale. Warrior two, that right foot turns forward. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse, right arm reaches. Inhale. Exhale, take the hands down. Step back into our plank, chaturanga, or just meet us in down dog. Up dog or cobra. Down dog, take it back. Couple breaths, check in. Maybe inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. All right, other side, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward, come on up into that high lunge first, find your feet. Yes. And then inhale here, once you're up, exhale, open up warrior two. I'm doing the same on the other side. I'm gonna flip, so I'm seeing you here. Yes, sink into that front knee. Extend forward and back. This pose is a great way to remind us to stay present right here. Sometimes we're reaching forward into the future. Sometimes we're reaching back behind us into the past, coming right at center. I love that analogy. One more breath here. And then we'll straighten this front leg, come into that plie position, goddess position once again. So toes out, heels in. Here we go. We're going to straighten those legs. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, sink low. Inhale, straighten. Nice and strong in our legs. Exhale, sink low. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, this time we'll straighten, turn the toes once again. Different variation of this one. Hands come behind the back, interlacing fingers. I'll show you from the side here, or just reach opposite wrists, forearms. Open that chest, inhale. Exhale, come forward. Or maybe come back to that first variation where our hands are on the floor. Maybe widen the feet out a bit more. But if possible, really let the spine hang, the head hang. This can be really therapeutic. Just letting that upper body hang here. 2 more full breaths. And then as best you can, with a flat back, we'll rise up. So nice and strong in the legs, press into the feet. Try not to use the hands, lift all the way up. Whew. That takes some strength. And release those arms. Exhale into our warrior 2. Left toes turn forward. Inhale, reverse. Left arm reaches. Exhale, take those hands down. Last chaturanga here if you'd like. Step back, lower to the belly or hover, elbows in. Up dog or cobra, chest lifts. Down dog, take it back. All right, we're gonna come back up to standing. So let's make our way there. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump, or walk those hands back towards the feet. It's kind of the theme we've been using, either or. And then we'll roll up to standing. Come back to that chair position. So we're gonna work with a little side crow. Okay. I was like, wait, we're out of time. No, we're not. We have plenty. All right. So sinking into this chair position once again. We're going to take it into that twist. Right arm comes back, left arm forward. Now feel free to stay there or maybe come into a deeper twist, hooking the elbow, or taking the hands down to the floor here, about shoulder width apart. And then you might start to lean your body into the back of the arms. Maybe that right knee comes to the back of the left arm. Maybe the right hip comes to the back of the right arm. And then you might be able to lift your feet from there. So side crow, any of those levels is a perfect way working towards it. So a couple more breaths on this side wherever you are. You might be able to tilt the weight over to the right, lift a foot or two, maybe even for a second. Yes. So pretty good twist here. And then we'll come back to center, release out of that twist, come back to center into our chair. Take a moment, weight in the heels. And let's take it to the other side. Inhale here. Exhale, open up to the left. Maybe come deeper into the twist, working that, or taking the hands down here. Really twisting to the side. So hands about shoulder width apart. And then that outer knee maybe comes to the back of the arm. Maybe the hip comes. So we can use our arms as a little leverage. Nice and strong. Maybe lift those feet. I'm gonna come peek. How are we doing with that? Yes, beautiful. Wherever you are is perfect. I love it. One more full breath. And then we'll come back to center. Let's straighten those legs. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and we'll just step back into our down dog or walk the hands forward into our down dog. And then lower the knees. Woo. Great job. Let's cat and cow, just take the heart rate down a bit after that arm balance. Can get us a little fiery. And then we'll take it to a neutral spine. Right hand to the center of the mat. Left arm opens up. Inhale, we'll thread the needle. Exhale, take that left arm underneath, lower to the outside of the shoulder. The head can come down to the floor, and then walk top hand forward. Take some breaths here. So if our heart rate is still going up is still up pretty good, you can just work this opening and keep the head above the heart. Just kind of open to the side rather than lowering down. Or a couple more breaths on that side. I always like the option of taking that top arm, wrapping it around the lower back, reaching for the inside of that opposite thigh, and that can just open the twist a little bit more, deepen the twist a bit more if you'd like. And we'll release. Right hand to the floor, left arm opens up to the left as we come out of it, and release. Then left hand to the center, right arm opens, inhale. Maybe just staying here or thread the needle. Right arm comes underneath, lower down, top hand walks forward, or that option of wrapping the arm around the lower back, reaching for the inside of the opposite thigh. Settle in, about 5 breaths. And then we'll go ahead and release. That top arm walks in. Press on up. Open up to the right. And release. Let's go ahead and swing the legs around, and we'll come on to our back. Nice and easy, maybe even a little rounding of the back on the way down. Tucking the chin into the chest as we lower down. And then hug the knees into the chest there. Settling in on our backs. We'll keep the right knee into the chest, left leg extends long. Inhale here. Exhale, supine twist. So right knee over to the left. Reach back through that right arm, gaze right. Take some breaths. If this is too much of a twist, bend both knees and then take them over. Allowing that back shoulder to reach towards the floor, opening up the chest a little more. Doesn't necessarily need to touch, but reaching in that direction. And then inhale, come back to center. We'll switch it out. Left knee into the chest. Right leg extends long. Inhale there. Exhale, supine twist, other side. Take that knee over, reach back through the back arm. And once again, feeling the body. Noticing how the body feels after some movement, some flow, some strength, some stretching, extending. So many good things we do here in yoga. Beneficial, therapeutic for our body, our spine, and our mind. Practicing that presence right here, right now. And then on your next inhale, we'll take those knees to center. Hug the knees into the chest one final time. And as we do so, remembering our intention. What is our intention, our why, our purpose for showing up on the mat today? Breathing that in here. No judgment, no expectation, just be okay with where we're at along our journey, our yoga journey, our human journey. Taking one more inhale here as we hug the knees into the chest. You could take forehead towards the knees. And then exhale, extend the body out, legs straight, arms straight. Make any adjustment with your clothes. Make any adjustment with the body. I like to wiggle my hips around a little, shoulder blades come underneath a bit. Kind of wobble the head around and just find that place in the back where we can settle and ground. That might mean we take our arms a little wider, or legs a little wider, or more narrow. And then close the eyes, soften the face, the jaw. Let the body settle. And we are a little past here, 9 o'clock, so you need to go. Stay here as long as you can, but I will guide us out here in a couple minutes. So we will end at 9:05. You do need to go, get up slowly. Otherwise, I will guide you out here in just a minute or two. Thanks, Janelle. So lying here in this stillness, this quiet, waiting for my voice to bring you out in another minute. If you're needing more of this quiet, this peace, stay here a little longer. Otherwise, we'll start to bring some movement back in, wiggling fingers and toes. And just doing this slowly. No need to rush. And then we'll rotate wrists and ankles, nice and easy. And then as you're ready, slowly bending the knees. And we'll roll on to our right or left side, using the bottom arm as a pillow. And then take a few breaths there. You can close the eyes, round the back a little bit. This is our fetal position, the first yoga pose that we ever did. right here. And then as you're ready, go ahead and start to press up, nice and easy. And we'll come to a seat and just close our practice. And it's here for namaste. Bring those palms together in front of the heart and just bowing the head, namaste, which means the light in me sees the light in you. I honor you. I cherish you. Thank you for being here. Wonderful job, everyone. Have a great, great Thursday. Thanks for staying to the end. And we'll see you soon. Submit with a heart. Yay. Thanks, Maria. Hi, Mary. Dora. Hope that felt good on your back. All right. See y'all.